It is one of the most brilliant, controversial, and unproven idea of all physics, string theory. At the heart of string theory is the thread of an idea that's run through physics for centuries, that at some fundamental level, all the different forces, particle, interactions, and manifestation of reality are tied together as part of the same framework. Instead of four fundamental forces, strong, electromagnetic, weak, and gravitational, there is one unified theory that encompasses all of them. We live in three space dimension and one time dimension world. Or are we? String theory says we live in 10 space dimension and one time dimension. So question immediately arises, if there are more dimension of space, where are they? One explanation of this other dimension is that we have two variant of dimensions. There might be big, easy to see, but there might also be tiny curled up dimension. Curled up so small, even though they are all around us, that we don't see them. Let me give you example. So imagine looking at something like cable, and you are looking at this cable from distance, and cable looks like one dimensional to you, but we know it does have thickness. It's hard to see from distance, but if we zoom in, we can see little ants walking on that cable, and they can access all dimensions, the long dimension, but also this clockwise and counterclockwise direction. So this illustrates the fact that dimension can be of two sorts, big and small. The idea is that maybe the big dimensions are around us and are the ones that we can easily see. But there might be additional dimension curled up, sort of like a circular path of that cable, so small that they have so far remained invisible. Imagine I have a beautiful tree that's filled with oranges, and I ask myself, what is the orange is made of? How do I answer the question? Well, I want to look deeply inside the orange, so I magnify it, and I magnify it again, and if I keep on doing it deep inside, sooner or later, I begin to see molecules come into view. But molecules are not the end of the story, because the molecules I can enlarge them, and if I make them big enough, deep inside I begin to see atoms. Atoms are not end of the story too, because we have electrons. Zooming around the nucleus deep inside, mostly empty space in the atom, but deep inside, we see the nucleus. So if I grab that and magnify it, I see that the nucleus is itself made of particles, neutron and proton. If I grab one of the neutron and magnify it, I find yet further particles, little tiny quarks inside. Now that is where the conventional idea stopped. String theory comes along and suggests that inside these particles there is something else. So if I take a little quark and magnify it, conventional idea says there is nothing inside. But string theory says I'll find a little tiny filament, a little filament of energy, little string like filament, and just like the string on a violin, I pluck it and it vibrates, create a little musical note that I can hear. The little string in string theory, when they vibrate, they don't produce musical notes, they produce the particle themselves. So what quark is nothing but a string vibrating in one pattern, an electron is nothing but a string vibrating in a different pattern, a neutrino nothing but a string vibrating in different pattern. Still, if I take all of this back together, I have my ordinary orange, and if these ideas are right, they are speculative, but if they are right, deep inside the orange or any other piece of matter, there is nothing but a dancing, vibrating cosmic symphony of string, and that's the basic idea of string theory. So that's it for today's video. Peace.